Scoring 770 on GMAT or improving your score by 110 points is not an easy feat. Yet Prashant was able to achieve this by ensuring that he understands his strengths and weaknesses, by learning the right concepts and then leveraging the data to fine-tune his preparation. Hi, my name is Archit, and in this video we will take a walkthrough of how Prashant improved from 660 to 770. When Prashant reached out to e-GMAT for help, he had already taken GMAT thrice and his score was stuck at about 650 to 660. And after that, he decided to take a break for about 4 to 5 months. When he started off his preparation with e-GMAT, the very first thing that he did was to identify what were his true strengths and weaknesses. And for that, he leveraged the Sigma X mock test. Let's take a look at that. In the very first mock, we can see that Prashant scored 640, and this mock itself revealed that quant was his strength. However, he was struggling on the verbal section. Now, if we go one step further, we'll see that it was actually sentence correction and critical reasoning wherein he was struggling the most. In reading comprehension, he was already doing fairly well. Now, what this mock tells us is that it is only SC and CR wherein he needs to put in maximum effort. Now, after gathering this data, Prashant then created a personalized study plan for himself. And as a very first step, he started off with the sentence correction course. Now, if we go to the sentence correction module, what we can see here is that Prashant completed entire sentence correction course, and that too when he had already done 2 courses in length for his initial 3 attempts. Yet he did not shy away from putting in that effort of relearning things. Why? Simply because the data was suggesting that. So trust the data, and what we can also see is that he was super diligent, and in fact there were certain files which he visited multiple times. And again, why? For the simple reason that he did not really score well on the first attempt, and this low score indicates that there were certain gaps which had to be mitigated, and therefore he came back to this file. Now, once he was done with entire sentence correction module, once he had ensured that he now has solid foundational base, then as a next step he moved on to Scholaranium to cement the concepts that he has already learned. And for that he utilized the cementing quizzes feature in Scholaranium. And what we can see actually here, if we go to the attempt sections as well here, we'll see that Prashant leveraged medium and some hard level cementing quizzes. And while going through these cementing quizzes, right, he ensured that he conducts detailed strategic review after every quiz, and then also ensured that he captures all of that in an error log as well. After completing all of it, after completing entire sentence correction, he then moved on to critical reasoning and followed the similar principle all over again basically. Right? He did the entire course. Why? Simply because the data suggested that. In the initial mock itself, he scored somewhere around 50th percentile, which again indicates that he had conceptual gaps. So he went through all the learning modules, ensured that his conceptual knowledge for critical reasoning was in place. He learned pre-thinking here, and then again went back to Scholaranium to test out his learning, to cement his learning of critical reasoning. And as we can see, he again utilized the cementing quizzes in Scholaranium. In fact, what we can also see is that all across SC and CR, while he was super diligent, he also ensured that he crosses the threshold too, right? And not just in medium level, but also in the hard level. Now, after completing SC, CR and RC and ensuring that he hits the target score all across, he then moved on to the next Sigma X mock to evaluate the improvement. And for that, we'll go back to the mock test here, and what we can see here is that his score improved from 640 to 750, right? In fact, most of the improvement that happened in this specific mock was because of the verbal section. So he basically improved from V28 to V44. In sentence correction, on one hand, in the initial mock he scored V28, somewhere around somewhere less than 50th percentile. So he improved from there to 99th percentile, and similar thing we can see for critical reasoning as well. Now this mock also gave us a starting point for the quant section. While as we saw that quant was his strength, there were certainly certain conceptual gaps in the algebra and geometry section. That means as a next step he had to identify in which specific topics he's faltering and then build the foundation for those specific topics only. There was absolutely no requirement of him to go through the entire modules. Let's try and understand how did he go about building his ability in the algebra and geometry section. For that we'll go to the algebra section. Now let's take a look at this linear inequalities module, and I might move my video here. Yeah, so what we can see is that Prashant attempted the first two files, that is GMAT skills diagnostic quiz and the conceptual diagnostic quiz. However, he did not really go through any of these concept files, but he did go through these process files. Why was that the case, right? We did see in the SE course that he was a pretty diligent student, I would say, and yet he skipped these files. The reason is simple. As soon as he completed the first two files, the system gave him the feedback that there is absolutely no conceptual gap here, and therefore the system suggested him to not attempt these concept files, or rather recommended that he skip these files. However, there were certain process gaps for this specific topic, and that is exactly why Prashant then went through the process skills and the GMAT skill files. So basically, after every diagnostic quiz, the system then personalized the course for him, which in turn helped him save as much as 30 hours of his overall prep time. Once he worked upon his conceptual gaps, once he mitigated those gaps, then as a next step he then went back to the Scholarianium to cement his concepts. And just like in verbal, he again leveraged certain cementing quizzes and again ensured that he hits the target in both medium and in hard level of questions as well. Another point to note here is that even though his starting score was somewhere around 48-49, he did not ignore quant altogether. He was constantly given the feedback that there are certain number of questions or certain number of quizzes that he must take to ensure that he is able to capitalize his strength as well. Now once he was done with both verbal and quant, he then moved on to the next Sigma X mock. Now at this point, if we go back here, yeah, we can see that his score somehow dropped by 40 points, and definitely this is not something that any student would want to see in his preparation, right? And here is a very interesting thing. We can see that he did fairly well on the verbal front, but on the quant side of the things, it wasn't really that great. And let's take a look at the progression. And this is exactly where the power of data comes into picture, right? This mock told us that it was not because of poor ability because of which he scored less, but it was actually because of poor test taking strategies. He reached out to us for help and we gave him a very specific feedback as to how can he improve or how can he mitigate these gaps, right? Because if you take longer in the initial few blocks, you will always have timing crunch towards the end, and that is exactly what happened with Prashant as well. Now it was not just the quant section which was being impacted because of his test taking strategy, it was actually verbal as well. And here also more or less there was a very similar situation. So it was extremely evident from this data itself that he is facing issue because of his poor test taking strategy. So after his feedback, he then went on to fine-tune his preparation, mitigate these gaps, and then later on went back to scoring 750s in the consecutive mocks, and then in turn ended up scoring 770 on the actual GMAT as well. Now if you are also someone who is stuck at about 650, 660, or if you are also someone who is struggling to improve on the verbal section, then please do reach out to us at support@e-gmat.com. We will be happy to assist you. Thanks a lot and bye-bye.